Askreddit asks, what is the most first world problem you've had or have seen someone have?
There was too much food in the fridge already. So I had no room to put my leftover food.
I ran out of Tupperware to put last night's leftovers in because they are either dirty or full of other food in my fridge at the moment. Had to take one out of the dishwasher and wash it by hand. Edit. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. My family and I ask for privacy as we process this horrific incident.
And then when you're hungry, none of it even looks good. I have a fridge full of nothing to eat.
A friend hates his job and shopped around for other ones. He received a couple offers but doesn't want to change because he'll have to work harder.
This is my favorite so far.
I was working at a coffee shop when a friend said she really needed a job so she could live on her own. I offered to get her in here and her response was, I'm so against working fast food. She's never worked a day in her life.
I have a friend who lives in a house that's so big that they need 3 Wi-Fi extenders.
Meanwhile, my Wi-Fi signal can reach half the residents in my street. Some guy in my old apartment building had 3 separate Wi-Fis. Mike's home Wi-Fi, Mike's office Wi-Fi, Mike's guest Wi-Fi. No idea who Mike was, but he left an angry note on my door after I named mine Mike's Sex Dungeon Wi-Fi. Holy shit. Thanks for the gold, stranger.
There's nothing to do at work. But I still have to look busy.
Foreman, here, hold this drawing so when the upper management comes by you looks busy. Me, what if they ask me what I'm working on? Foreman, go use the bathroom.
Just pretend you're angry or annoyed like George Costanza. The motor burned out in my electric garbage can, so now it's just a normal garbage can.
What is an electric garbage can?
Sorry for the convenience.
Some friends of mine who host me from out of town a lot had one of these. When it broke, I would stand in front of the bin and cry, what am I? An animal? Quote, ? While I lifted the lid to throw something away.
My late grandmother once refused to stay at a luxury rental apartment because it didn't have a bellhop.
Well, it's not really luxury then. A friend and I were driving around one day when he got a call from his vacuum that it was stuck in his house. It had driven off into a shower stall and couldn't climb the ledge to get out. There are kids starving in Africa. And he got a distress call from his vacuum. And people say the American dream is dead.
Hashtag MASTERIHAVEFAILEDYOU.
Where to park their second boat. The guy was upgrading his boat, but whoever was picking up his old one hadn't come in time, leaving him with 2 temporarily. Hard times.
I'm hungry, but there's nothing to watch while I eat. Or rather, there's tons of things to watch. But if I start watching a new show, I'll want to watch it to the end and I'm not sure which one to pick.
Yes, this is me. Sometimes my food gets cold while I'm trying to find something on Netflix. Can't be a movie. Too big of a commitment. Can't be something new. I'll have to pay attention. Has to be familiar and quick. Where did Archer, 30 Rock, Scrubs and Earl go? Am I really going to have to do Office again? And I just finished P&R again.
This is so accurate it hurts to read. Except my go-to was Futurama.
The black on my television doesn't get black enough. Edit. Thanks for my first silver and first gold. Fellow Redditors. It's much appreciated.
Get OLED.
I make enough money that I can buy most normal things I want. Anything I cannot afford myself is going to be too expensive to expect to receive as a gift. I'm also rather particular. I wanted a new kitchen mixer. I did my research, picked out a model, etc. That's the kitchen mixer I want. Not just some rando mixer. So I won't ask for it as a gift, I'll just save up and buy it for myself.
I'm not sure I have everything. But I have enough. I did not know what to answer to the same Christmas question. I could think about what I don't have. But I don't really need those other things.
When I make a turn but it wasn't a full enough turn to make my blinker turn off. So I have to manually turn it off. I just jerk my car to the side real hard until it turns off.
I'm the opposite. I hate when I'm doing an almost full circle on a roundabout and the blinker turns off. Bitch, we're not done turning. Go back on.
You jerk your car's indicators off? Nice.
Trying to look something up or watch something on your phone and group text about nothing keeps interrupting.
I had to mute that shit indefinitely.
You can negate that by having no friends.
In WhatsApp you only can for a year max. Every year I would wonder why TF I'm receiving messages again.
I got in an argument with my car because it couldn't understand my voice commands. To be fair to the car, I got harder to understand between all the cursing.
Hey Siri. You're a fat fucking sack of fucking dog shit and I fucking hope and pray you get ass fucked by a fucking dildo made of fucking broken glass. Fuck. Sorry. I don't know how to help with, rage intensifies.
When I want something from Amazon and it isn't available on Prime, so I have to wait a few extra days for shipping. Edit. Obligatory. This blew up nonsense. But really though. It's cool to see comments from all around the world. I enjoy learning about everyone's experience. Thank you.
That. And how annoying it is to order from anywhere else because it can take 3 to 5 days for shipping.
A friend was complaining that there weren't enough Uber Eats options in the area. There are also dozens of food delivery apps. If you don't like the Uber Eats options, try Grubhub. Caviar.
As someone who started cooking recently, it's so hard to shell out $30 for a lukewarm soggy meal from some guy driving a BMW that hates his life and also probably took some of my fries.
A friend's ingrown pool that he just put in has automatic cleaners that didn't get some section clean.
Former electrician here. We were on a site of one of Australia's richest men, and his pool had to be redug out after finishing, as he dived in the deep end and hit the bottom the first time. And the heating system had to work and get said pool to his desired temp in 35 minutes, as that's how long it took his chopper to get from Sydney to this property. He could disembark the chopper and dive right in and know it would be perfect. Every time.
I mean, I'd be pretty pissed if I spent a ton of money on something that only did a portion of the job.
Oh hey, I think I have a good story here. Recently I was coming home from work and I was out of my fancy flavored bubbly water. So I decided to stop at the grocery on my way back. I realized that I had left my wallet at home. No big deal. I'll just use my phone to pay, I thought. Nope. Phone was on 3% battery and apparently Samsung Pay does not work at that level of charge. And NBSP, luckily I had my wall charger with me. Unluckily I didn't have the USB car charger. I had to walk up and explain my situation to an employee and then ask them if there were any outlets I could plug my phone into for a few minutes so that I could buy some raspberry flavored carbonated water.
I've been practicing the guitar a lot and developed some calluses, and now my iPhone fingerprint unlock doesn't work consistently. Edit. For those saying, use your thumbs, I have some calluses on my right thumb from thumping. https. YouTube. B0itzrjinpu, and somehow. I have calluses on my left thumb too. My left fingers all have calluses from fretting.
Reset your fingerprint to your current one. It'll help you keep practicing because you'll need the callus to unlock your phone.
I overheard a wild one at work. This guy was complaining that he hears the rain on the roof of his home theater, ruining the experience.
That's why my home theater is a separate concrete room within the structure of the house, so it's completely soundproof. Duh.
When I have too many $1 in my pocket, my wallet doesn't close all the way. And when I complain about it, my friends call me a stripper for having so many singles.
I play fiddle music on the streets during farmers markets and arts festivals pretty often, and I always have like 50 to 100 ones in my wallet. My friends make fun of me for being a stripper, too.
Well, are you a stripper though? Saw a lady a few weeks ago who was legit screaming at a Target employee because a shopping cart was 3 to 4 feet away from her Range Rover.
It was out of range. Was on vacation in the Amalfi Coast waiting for a private boat to pick us up to go to Capri. We arrived at the pickup spot 5 minutes late. but were actually 10 minutes early because the person who booked the boat knew we would be late and lied about the pickup time so we didn't miss it. Huge argument about whether that lying was a terrible thing to do. We do that with my dad. He's gonna be late to his own funeral.
Amalfi Coast private boat Capri. Oh God. Hope you recovered from this horror. My phone charger sticks into my stomach when I'm laying on the couch. I'm so confused by this statement. I've been thinking about it for a really long time, and even saying it out loud to myself slowly. I have no idea what you mean.
You know you can flip the phone over?
Trying to choose between 9 types of apples at the grocery store.
I got a new cell phone on Tuesday. It has a USB-C port. All my charge cords are micro USB, so I had to make a late-night emergency run to the store to get new charge cords and was then upset that the store doesn't carry woven thread cords like I want. Just plastic-coated cords. Edit. It did come with a charging cord and wall plug-in, but I wanted 2 cords and the free cord was only 3 feet long, which doesn't work well with my setups. It did not include a micro USB adapter. Also, thank you for the silver. Kind Redditor. I will continue to try to use the proper words.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day you marvelous people.